Well, despite the fact that the weather's looking a little grim again, it's time once again to continue on with Highlander month. And now we come to the end with Highlander 6. And yes, don't worry, this is staying on. So to start off the final season, season 6, behind the scenes, Adrian Paul decided he didn't want to be typecast anymore. So he decided to leave the series, which was odd because in the past 5 seasons, the show had been doing well, but he made his decision. So to start off, we conclude our story with that demon I talked about. Now, in the first episode, this demon takes possession of this woman's soul somehow and tries to use it to manipulate Duncan. Well, that doesn't work. So again, he decides to manifest itself as enemies from Duncan's past and other weird stuff. The sequence where he goes to the other side, I feel like they took from Twin Peaks, the show. Like, it's really odd. But in the end, Duncan defeats this evil entity by realizing that you're evil and you'll always be here, but if I don't let you get the best of me, you'll never win. Pretty straightforward. So what the producers decided to do with Adrian Paul not being in certain episodes, they decided to introduce new female immortals for a potential backdoor pilot. Oh, Lord. Hey, I just realized I said female and backdoor. All right. If anybody in there who's in the comment section is going to snicker, is going to laugh, you get it out right now. I mean right now. There, you good? All right. To be perfectly honest, I didn't think I would like any of the female-led episodes, whether Adrian Paul was in it for a brief moment or not. But I actually did, and it's a shame that nothing worked out behind the scenes for one reason or another. So ultimately, what became the Raven became the Raven. Now, with all that said, we gotta talk about the worst episode before we talk about the best episode. The worst episode of this final season, in my opinion, is Black Tower. Basically, Duncan is fighting another evil immortal who's just obsessed with not wanting to die, and he claims that Duncan left him to die even though he's immortal. He's also screwed over by some girl who he was with, who was actually a double agent or something. They also manipulate this young computer programmer to think that he's watching a simulation of a game, but it's real life with real people getting killed. It has a weak quickening, and I really didn't like this episode. It was a chore to get through. A chore, ladies and gentlemen. The best episode is actually the 2-part finale called To Be, Not To Be. Basically, it is It's a Wonderful Life in Highlander form, but it's interesting. We get to see old faces reappear and see what their lives would be like had Duncan not be around. And you have an excellent quickening to end. And when they do a montage, they play a lovely, lovely Scottish hymn. Of course, you know the drill. After it was all said and done, it was released on the VHS box set, and then it was released on DVD. And thus, that concludes our look back at the entire Highlander series. Now, after this show ended, there was, of course, the spin-off series, Highlander the Raven. But there was also a final movie to tie into everything. This one right here, called Highlander Endgame. This is saved for another time, another month, another time of the month. But if you want to get ahead, I have no problem with that. See if you can find it. But I also recommend, since you may have a modern phone, you might want to pause the video. Just circle Highlander, the complete series. You can't go wrong. And besides, even in this day of streaming, in my opinion, which is convenient, rights can always expire. So it's always good to have a good physical media copy. Now, we are done the series, but we're not done Highlander month. I've still got 2 videos left in me. I've got a lovely tribute from a sitcom that I saw, and I've got a theory that we need to explore.